What's going on, everybody? This is Clark Beckham. We're going to go over episode 2 today. It's the second episode of Auditions. Let's go. First up, we start the show, and I'm thinking they just have this piano vocal version of Golden Slumbers by the Beatles being sung by a professional singer as we just transition into the beautiful scenery. Then we find out that's actually somebody singing, a contestant singing.
Once there was a way.
Oh.
Wow. To get back home. Asleep, pretty darling, do not cry.
Wow. All right.
And I will sing a lullaby.
Come on.
Guarded slumbers fill your eyes.
Sheesh.
Smiles like you when you rise. Asleep, pretty darling, do not cry. And I will sing a lullaby. Once there was a way
We're not stopping her no matter what.
to get back home.
Beatles. World-class voice. I mean, every once in a while, singers like this just pop up on Idol where it goes, oh, that's a singer. Like, she's all the way good. A little something to know about Amanda. She won The Voice for Kids in 2014 when she was 11, the Spanish-speaking version called La Voz Kids. She also was an America's Got Talent Gold Buzzer getter. So she is born and bred and trained and raised to murder singing competition shows. She's gonna be a killer. I think she's just gonna be a showstopper every single week. I think she knows exactly what to do, and she's really, really good. Next, we have the brother and sister, whose names I hope I get right, Leahona and Amon. They're just going for it. They're just going for it, and I'm into it. The song is really poppy. The way she's playing piano, the way she just visualizes the song. That's why Katie, I think it was Katie, said something about her being just a world-class songwriter that should be signed to a publishing deal right now. And I completely agree. A lot of people just aren't brave enough to do like the talking moments, just going for it. And Amon, I don't know what it's called, but on one of the downbeats gave a little ugh. So that's what the youngins are doing today. But they're just going for it. And they don't care, and they have got all the confidence in the world, and I'm into it. That is such a rare but extremely effective trait to have as an artist and performer. I think Leahona has a leg up, talent-wise, just vocally and the piano and going for it. But he's not bad. He's a great voice. If he was just by himself, I think he would have had a better reception by the judges. Anthony Guzman. I feel like I'm going to say 80% of these names wrong. I love this. So usually they got somebody dressed up, somebody being ridiculous, like the underwear naked model guy. Someone dressed up, acting ridiculous, and then they come in and they do something silly, like the Miami Party Boy. We'll get to that later. And they sing, and it's like, okay, well, that was fun. Get out of here. Anthony sets down, what's the name of Thor's hammer? How in the world do you say that? Mjolnir. He sets down Mjolnir and starts to sing.
Now you say you're
Come on, yes.
Holy hell, that's a curveball.
You cry the whole night through.
Yes, I'm so down.
Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river.
Yes, I'm in.
I cry a river over you.
Come on.
I remember all that you said.
Standing's weird.
You
Sit down.
told
He's got this taste of where to cut notes off and where to hold them, how to just give you the emotion of the song, and he just crushes this beautiful ballad. He sings Cry Me a River. People say, I've never heard a Viking sing Michael Bublé. I think Ryan said that. And yes, I'm going to be the guy that says, actually, that's Arthur Hamilton in 1933, made popular by Julie London in 1955. It's been done by several people. If you want to say he did Michael's rendition, whatever. But I'm going to be the guy and just say it's actually not a Michael Bublé song. Hannah Everhart, she's hilarious. And it's a lot of her B-roll moments where you hear her say funny things or do funny stuff like, I'm sweating, I'm sorry I don't have a filter, this card is thicker than I thought it was. A lot of those moments are not the producer saying, okay, do something and ready, go. It's responding to producers saying something. So when you're on the show, you get the golden ticket. They get a lot of B-roll of you. They get you celebrating. They want to get shots of you just taking it in. And so the producers will say, like, look at that golden ticket. Think about everything you've been through, what it means to you to have it. And I want you to just take it in for a bit. And then they just get footage of you taking it in. And it's genuine and it's real. But when she replies, just take it in. And she's like, yeah, it's thicker than I thought. I thought it'd be paper. To me, that's so funny because I don't think she's putting it on at all. My favorite quote is when she's talking about people telling her that she looks like Katy Perry. Maybe it's the eyeballs because we both got blue ones and they're big. In her song itself, she has nice little moments. Every once in a while, a note sounds like $1 million. There's a common run that goes in that song in the melody. It's a minor third descending to a 1. Da, 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 da. And she hits that really clean 100% of the time, which is really pleasing. And when she's in the middle of her range, it sounds nice. When she gets higher, she's pretty flat. She's got an issue there that's gonna have to get solved if she gets far in the show. A lot of that is just support and giving it all the energy it needs and focus, which I think she can do, but she's gonna have to fix that. Any big note she hit was off, but I like her. And then at the end, Katy just stands up and like, try this, and does a run. First of all, I had no idea Katy could do runs like that. I know she's a great singer, I know that. I didn't know she could do that. And then Hannah crushes the run even better than Katy did. So there's a lot of potential. I'm pretty sure she's really young. She's in her teens. There's a lot of potential down the road, and she's really funny. I hope this works out for her, but this might be an example of someone who needs to come back in 3 or 4 years. She's really got the unteachables, the tone and the vibrato, and just how she holds certain notes and embraces them. But big notes are a problem. We'll see how she does. The picture, the editing of putting her face in Katy Perry's picture crushed me.
Every time I go get my hair done, wow, she looks like Katy Perry.
I'm telling you guys, whoever's doing the editing has got to be new because I've never seen anything this good, and it is stellar. They are killing it. I got to look up the credits and find out who's doing it because I got to credit somebody because they're crushing the editing. Next, we have Calvin Upshaw. He was very emotional from the moment we saw him to the moment he left. And it's an emotional thing. It's a big deal, especially if you come from a small town and there's nothing really going for you. There's no real opportunities like he talks about. It's a big deal. And the potential is earth-shattering. But those emotions got the best of him in the performance. Emotion is great in performing. You want it, you gotta have it. But you have to be in full control. You have to decide what your emotions do and how they show in your singing. Emotions can't come first. It's putting the horse before the wagon. I don't think he's going to make it very far. I'm happy he made it through, but he's got to get his emotions under wraps while he's performing. I'm not saying have less emotion. I'm saying bridle them. Decide how they come out, how focused they are in your singing, in the notes that you're doing. But a cool story. I'm glad he's here. Casey Bishop. Woo, boy.
Like fire, 'cause I'm alive. I'm alive, fire. You better lock me down. Is your mouth a little way?
What?
When you open it to speak,
Oh my gosh.
are you smart? Don't change your air for me.
Oh my gosh.
Not if you care for me, babe. Stay, funny Valentine. Stay, and each day is Valentine.
Okay, piano player. She's 15 years of age. 15. And she sounds like that. Blown away. Raw freaking talent, especially doesn't have any performing background. She's actually a great example of letting your emotion come through and the big notes happen, but not letting them get ahead of you. When she gets in these big notes, you see her face totally relaxed, eyes are closed and focused. She's a second favorite, a close second for me behind Annalie. She, oh my gosh, one of the most impressive auditions I've seen in a long time. The way she would keep it with the straight tone and then close the vowel and turn on the vibrato, just little subtle things like that I guarantee she's not even thinking about. She hears them done and then is able to copy them and just does it naturally. She's real good. This is a world-class singer that American Idol just discovered. The Miami party boy from Cuba, Bell. My attitude right now is not towards him. It's towards the judges, not towards him. I love him, and I think he's hilarious. I love his energy. He's absolutely hysterical. I was waiting the whole time for him to relax and kind of do the Anthony Guzman thing where he just starts singing and he doesn't talk like that. That's him. I went on his Instagram and looked at posts way before Idol, and that's just him. He's hilarious, and I loved it. It was a nice novelty American Idol moment. And then the judges, other than Katy Perry, decided to lose their credibility, not have respect for the show, and let him go through to Hollywood. I understand he's going to be a riot in Hollywood Week. He's going to be hilarious. But how long are you going to do this? How long are you going to keep through? Would he be great for group rounds? Oh my gosh, he'd be a blast. But you're just going to keep him going through. And the reason why it's so tough for him to go through is not just him proceeding in the show, it's the people that don't. Like Ace Styles is who I'm especially upset about, which we'll talk about later. But people that were, he didn't sing. He didn't even sing. He didn't sing a song. He just danced and kind of rapped, and when he did sing, he wasn't in key at all. It was a joke, literally a joke. Like, it was supposed to be a funny moment that's on American Idol, and they say, thank you so much for coming, we love you so much, not for the show. And then they understand, he gets it, but they let him through. Someone who didn't even sing. Katie's the only judge with integrity in this moment. Next, we have Chase Beckham, who has an unbelievably gorgeous, beautiful last name. Just kidding. I'm not kidding. I love my last name. But we share the same last name, which is cool. I wonder if we have the same heritage. Great, raspy, smoky voice from the first note. You're just kind of like, ooh, that's beautiful. I don't know why. I'm just not super, super duper into him like the judges, and I feel like everybody else is going to be. But that has nothing to do with him. I think that has everything to do with me. Likeable guy, down to earth, what the show's all about. Katie says top 5. I would bet against that. I would bet money, a lot of money against that. He's a good looking guy, has that rasp and gets you. Kind of like Arthur Gunn, as far as just the way his voice sounds. I don't think this guy's gonna make it top 5, but I could be wrong. Ace Styles. Ace actually opened for me when I played a show in Tulsa, Oklahoma on my Lightyear tour. I was watching and I was shocked to see him, and I was really excited to see him. He's really, 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 really talented, especially as a songwriter. Another artist and singer that just goes for it. The judges say no, which is tough because I understand why they said no, and it's so true that failure is so beneficial and can really be a defining moment for you in your career, in your life. But it's not fun to hear that. When you come to the show and you want to make it and that's what you envision, and then they say, no, this is great for you, it's not right now, but later, it is not fun to hear. As true as it is, and I promise, it is the God honest truth. That's not something that people just say to make you feel better because you lost or because you didn't make it. It's the truth. It's absolutely the truth. I got to know in my audition, and it was the best thing that could have happened to me for American Idol. I learned 2 songs a day and practiced anywhere between 4 to 8 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week after I left my audition when Harry Connick Jr. told me no, and he didn't think I was ready. And when Keith told me that he didn't get any soul from me, he didn't get any grit, no intensity in my voice when I sang. Failure is so beneficial, but daggum, it hurts. And it hurt to watch Ace in this moment. Ugh. Oh. Usually we got heartbreak and heartwarming. This one just hurt. Failure is helpful, but it freaking hurts sometimes. And this one hurt. Cassandra Coleman. Cassandra sings, and she's got that super quick vibrato that comes in folk, but also epic singing. It just makes notes more exciting and makes the listener excitable just listening to how she sings it. Got a great voice. Luke said he felt free, which I loved. And here we find Lionelism number 2 of the season. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. You can tell she doesn't have any experience performing live. When she goes to the piano and sings, she's not even consistently in front of the microphone. Literally singing as if there's no microphone there, because I think she's never really sung on a piano with a microphone. Luke says, honestly, the best compliment you could possibly get. He says, you're your own thing, and he can't compare to anybody. He's trying to, and he just can't. That's what you want. That is the ultimate compliment, and that is how you want to be seen as a singer in general, especially as an American Idol contestant and an artist. Last audition of the day, which brings us to Willie Spence. Oh, yeah.
Right away, right away. At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays.
Ew, got me.
The light inside your eyes. Tonight, you and I.
Come on, Willie.
We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I do, so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Oh, we're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Oh, yeah.
Willie started singing, great voice, loved it, loved his story, seems like a really nice guy. And then he hits me with the runs. Near the end of the song too, I mean, they could have stopped him and he would have never shown those runs, which is risky. But when he hit him, I didn't know he could do that. I thought he just had this voice of an angel. And then he hits like 3 or 4 monsters. He's going to be really fun to listen to. He's going to be a great singer throughout Hollywood Week and hopefully farther than that. This was a good episode. Freaking talented, stacked season. We've got a stacked season of really, really good singers, and I'm hype. If you're a singer or a player, musician yourself, I'm doing music lessons. I go over voice, instrumentation if you want to learn how to play piano or guitar. I'm going through practical music theory in a simple, practical way. I'm teaching songwriting and giving career advice. And if you want to audition for American Idol or The Voice or America's Got Talent or The Four, if that's still a thing, or choir or solo in your church, whatever, I'm helping with audition prep as well. That's it from me. Like and comment. We'll talk in the comments. See you next week.